I'm Patrick.
I'm Gabriel.
I'm Franz. I'm Matthew.
Welcome to our daily vlogs.
What do you want for breakfast?
Geo.
Cereal, please.
Geo, please.
Alright. Tell me which one.
Good morning, Ma.
Good morning, my love. Is Daddy having breakfast with you this morning?
Dad. Good morning, Dad.
Daddy's going to sit next to you, Josh. How special.
Ah. Cool, Dad.
What's Daddy having, Josh?
He's old.
That's Weet-Bix with
I
honey
have
drizzle.
Geo, Dad.
I can't eat, come on.
Friday, Friday, Friday. Why is Daddy home? It's Friday, Joshua.
Daddy, why are you home?
Daddy having day off.
Today having off.
He's having it off. What does
Joshua.
that mean?
Joshua, can I have a kiss? I love you.
Love you.
I love you more.
Me too.
Good morning. Friday already, so that means it's an easy day for Francis. Oh, be careful, my love. So it's an easy day for Francis and Matthew. Usually Friday is a catch-up day for them. So basically whatever they have missed out on doing during the week, then they've got today to catch up on them. So, which is, be careful, my love. So because I make sure that they finish all their tasks and activities during the week, then that means today is an easy day for them. So they've got, I think, just one activity to do, and then their Zoom lessons, which is 9:30 for Matthew, and then 12 o'clock for Francis, and then after that they're free, or in between, whatever. So yeah, but Patrick and Gabriel has a normal schedule. Husband is home today. He is going out in a little bit for a blood test, and then him and I, and then him and I have to go to the bank to fix something. And then that's it. And then I believe he's cooking few dishes. Daddy, what are you cooking today?
Chicken pastel and chicken.
Are we having the barbecue for lunch?
Yeah, again.
Tonight. Okay. What do you have today?
I've got English, biology, ancient, maths, and double calves.
I have
Pretty soft day today,
something.
so I have to finish
Hmm?
quickly.
Yeah, I'm happy, Francis.
Did you say hello, pretty Francis?
Hello. Hello, Queen Francis.
Oh, hello, Kuya Francis.
Hello, Queen Francis. Hello, Joshua.
How was your sleep?
Good. I'm your baby now. Francis, sit next to me. Sit next to me. That's Daddy's key. Where are you the good deals? Is that a restaurant?
It looks good like that. You look neat.
Decent.
Decent, yeah. Finally, Gabe.
And what do I have to prove?
Nothing. Did I say you have something to prove?
And I should
I'm
always
just
look decent.
complimenting you, actually. It's a compliment.
You never look
I
decent.
missed you. What are you doing?
It's just so tough.
Come here.
It looks good, Gabe.
Don't.
And you're doing equivalent fractions. Remember, equivalent fractions, what does that mean?
The same amount.
Same amount, yeah, same fraction. Say two fractions that are different, they look different, but they are actually the same. Just like, alright, give me an example. What is an equivalent fraction of
Okay, what's that?
a half?
Any good?
Foggy.
Okay, what's that? Any good?
I'm a foggy.
5/10? That's correct, 5/10. What else can you think of?
2/4.
2/4. Well done.
But what is this?
And what do you remember about simplifying fractions? Because with equivalent fraction, you can actually do simplifying fraction as well. And that's how you find out other fractions that are the same as the
So if you're simplifying a number and
a fraction, you have to think of a number that is what?
odd,
No, that is, what's that word? The word that can be divided into both of the number and the fraction. What's that word?
division.
Divisible.
Divisible.
Divisible means it's a number that can be used to divide with the two numbers that you have with a fraction. Let's just say 2/4, right? What is the number that you can think of that is divisible with both numbers?
2.
2. That's right, because 2 can be divided into 2, and 4 can be divided into 2, right? So 2/4 can be simplified, or is the same as half. That's right, same as 5/10. But sometimes those things, 5/10 is it's a common sense. 5 out of 10. That's half of something. What's a decimal, or what is a fraction?
Morning, Fred.
Morning. So a fraction.
Is what? What are they?
Where's my phone charger?
Because basically fraction and decimals are the same,
Nothing's charged.
but they're in a different form. Remember? But what are they? Are they whole numbers?
They're part of a whole number.
They're part of a whole number, so that means they're not a whole number. They're only a part of a whole number.
So the decimal is on the right.
Is on the right.
And the whole number is on the left.
That's correct. But before and after the decimal, so don't forget that decimal, right? You find the decimal if the numbers on the right are the fractions or are the decimals, so they are part of a number. So those numbers on the right, the decimals or the right hand, they're initially not a whole. They're not a whole number, right? It's not a whole number yet. The one on the left side of a decimal are the whole numbers. Yeah. So what's that? What's the place value? What's the first place value on the right side of the decimal? What's that place value? On the right, tenths. That's right. We don't do ones, right? Because remember, they are not. It's not a whole number. So if you find the rest of the part of that number or the rest of that decimal, it becomes 1.
Wow.
That's why the first place value on the left is 1. Ones or units. Because essentially if you complete or if you make that decimal a whole, it becomes 1.
Work it up into pieces.
That's right, been broken up into pieces, right? And this fraction says 1/5. Is that right? So the bigger the denominator is,
The smaller the fraction
the
is.
smaller the fraction is, right? So I know that tenths is smaller than fifth, right? So this is fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I want to do a tenth with the same size, right? So it's 10. So I would copy my fifths. I would do fifths first, and then I would cut the fifths
into
halves
to make it a 10.
to make it a 10. That's what it looks like, and that's what I mean by the bigger the denominator is, the smaller
the
fraction
it is.
Yeah, correct. So if this is 1/5,
Would be 1/10.
how many tenths are there? So that's 1/5, right? 1/5. How many tenths are there? Because now we know that that's broken into 10. How many tenths are there?
10.
There are 10 tenths, right? But in 1/5, how about in 1/5 only? How many tenths are there?
2.
Correct. So 1/5 can be broken down
Into 2 tenths.
into 2 tenths.
So that means this one has to be 1/5.
That's correct. That means, yeah, exactly right. No, this one here. This one. So if you put 2 tenths together, what fraction would it become?
1/20.
No. This has been broken into smaller fraction.
2 tenths.
It's 2 tenths, correct. So if you add these 2 tenths together, right? I mean, sorry, if you add this 1/10 together, it becomes 2 tenths. But you can simplify 2 tenths. 2 tenths. What fraction would it become?
1/5.
That's correct. So 1/5 is same as 2 tenths,
And equivalent to
equivalent to, yeah, that's what it means.
100.
That's correct.
1/10.
1/10, that's right.
Morning, Mama.
That's another what?
1/5.
Good morning, Baba. Go finish your breakfast. So you
Another
can
2 tenths.
yeah.
1/5. 1/10.
Okay. So if you add this all up, what are they?
6 tenths.
6 tenths. And how about the fifths?
3/5.
3/5, right? So 3/5
Is the
same as
6 tenths.
6
and
tenths.
equivalent to
yeah, or equivalent to 6 tenths. Yeah,
uh-huh.
that's what it means.
Match
How about the eighths? So you know that there's 1/8 here, so that means that that part is also 1/8. So if you put 2 eighths together, what is the simplified fraction? What is the simplified fraction?
2/4.
2/4. 2/4 is wrong. How many eighths are there?
2.
2 eighths, right? So what fraction, if you put them together, what would they become?
2/8.
2 eighths. So if you simplify 2 eighths, what would you get?
Cut, please.
Simplifying fractions, remember? So 1/8, and then another 8, right?
Is 2/8.
Is 2 eighths. Correct. So that's 2 eighths, right? But we can simplify 2 eighths because remember that has been broken into smaller fraction. So that means there is a bigger fraction here, which is this one, right? This is essentially right. It is right. But you have to simplify.
smaller.
What number is divisible with these two numbers?
4.
Is then you would get this, right? 2 eighths divided by 4, you said. Does that make sense? I know 8 divided by 4 is 2. Is there 2 divided by 4?
Is 2.
No. The bigger number has to be first. Because what that means is you're dividing 2 into 4 parts. You're not dividing 4 into 2 parts. This is what that meant. 2 divided into 4 parts. It should be, what you're saying, how you worked out, it should be like this. 4 divided by 2. So 4 is the wrong answer. What other number can you think of besides 4 that can be divided or divisible with these two numbers?
2.
2. Alright, 2. So 2 divided by 2 we can
One.
get 1. 8 divided by 2,
4.
4. So this 2 eighths is equal
To 1/4.
to 1/4.
Mom. What does divided by mean?
Shared.
Shared.
Yeah. So how about this one now? So there's a quarter. You're going to part that into a smaller fraction. What would you get?
1/8.
1/8. How many 1/8 would you get?
2. I mean, 2.
So a quarter is equals to 2 eighths, or 2 of 1/8. Because if you break 2 eighths, it will become 1/8 and another 1/8. What's that now? How many quarters are there?
3.
So 3/4. 3/4 is equivalent to how many eighths?
6.
Correct. Can you write them down so you can see for next time? So these are the fraction, and then you have to find the matching equivalent fraction on this row here, right? And then you will come up with a word because they represent a number. I mean a letter. So first you've got, what's the fraction there? 2/10, right? Can you find the equivalent fraction on this row here? Which one of them is equivalent to 2/10?
1/5.
Correct.
1/5 equals to L.
L. So this first letter is L. How about half?
Half.
Yep.
2/4.
2/4. Correct.
That equals A.
A. And then 2/5.
2/5, 3/4.
Why?
4/10.
Why? Explain to me why is 2/5 equivalent to whatever answer you said. You only have what, 4/10 and what's left?
3/4.
3/4, right? So what do you think is equivalent to 2/5?
Four tenths.
Why?
Because see how if you break a fraction up into tens, and each two is
Each
one.
fifth.
Each fifth.
Yeah, show it to me. Maybe you'll be able to explain it to me better if you show it. Here. Right? What were you trying to say? What were you trying to say?
In the number line, if you break
Yes, babe. No, we have to go together. Okay.
oh, that's way too big. Sorry.
No, what is it that you're trying to say? So you want to break what?
So if you break 5 into tens.
Yeah. So you want to make the fraction smaller, right? Is that what you're trying to say? So instead of 5 parts,
Make it into 10.
make it into 10. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now instead of 5 parts, you said you want to make it into 10. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're trying to say? So how do we make this 5 into 10?
You half the fives.
You halve each part.
You half each part.
So now
See how each one goes.
each fifth.
Each fifth is 1/5. So these two is 1/5. Then
So this
these
two, you're saying
is
this 2 is 1/5, right?
Yeah, 1/10.
So how many-
2/10. is 1/5, then 4/10
That's right.
is 2/5.
So now that's correct.
And that equals S. Now that, oh, yeah. Next one. No. Didn't we already do 1/5?
Yeah. 1/5 is L. Oh no, you did S. Oh, did you do? Oh yeah. So you've got this left, 3/4.
So
Remember, for every quarter, how many 8s are there?
4.
For every quarter,
2.
how many? Sorry,
2.
2. Right. So how many 8s are there in 3/4? If there are,
6.
that's correct. So for every quarter, it can be broken down into 2 8s, right? See, there are 2 8s in 1/4. So now 3/4 is
6/8.
correct. Matthew, come sit down here, please. You're up to the second row. What is an equivalent fraction of 4 8s?
A half.
Correct.
What's the equivalent fraction to 2/5 in the second one? I'm handsome again.
You're very handsome. So 2/5. That is a bigger fraction. That's a big fraction. So that means there is one there that is in a smaller fraction.
Okay.
So 2/5 can be broken down into what? We did that before with the fifths.
1/10.
So in every 1/5, how many tenths are there?
2.
2. So how many tenths are there in 2/5?
4.
Correct.
4 tenths.
So there must be 4 tenths there somewhere.
Oh yeah. 4 tenths equals I or I.
So for this one, that would be 56.01, and then times 10.
Correct.
I
And for
bet.
this, that would be like 3.082.
Why?
No, so that'd be
3.82.
yeah 3.82.
I
Divided by 10.
bet Mama
Correct. Divided by 10.
has 2 tens.
How are you going with that?
Good.
So 5 tenths can be simplified as 5 tenths. 5 out of 10. What's that?
So yeah.
You're overthinking it.
Sorry.
Yes.
Wait.
T. Yes. T.
W. The A.
Alright. And then 1/5
1.
can be broken into what?
Yesterday was Thursday.
Correct. 2 tenths. Yesterday was.
2 tenths. Thursday.
That's correct. Yesterday.
Well, thank you for putting toothpaste on to brush. Really didn't need to do it, but thank you.
What's wrong? Yesterday was. How do you spell was?
Was.
Yeah.
W-A-S.
Well done. Yesterday was.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
10 tenths is.
No. I just figured out what it is.
10 tenths is what?
No.
Does that mean? 1.
So that's E and then R. You can draw whatever you want, Mom.
Yeah, you can draw. Down here, Papa. Don't draw down, down
You
there.
can rub it out then.
Yeah, you can. Francis, quietly, please.
Sorry. Big tree like any tree. Actually, I'm gonna draw flowers.
Explains the laws entirely.
Have a little practice. And you need to be confident, Evie, and give it a go yourself, okay, darling? Hi, Hadaya. Morning, Miss Tori.
Daddy, how was your bank experience? An hour of 10 minutes, we can't get back. Oh dear. That pastel and chicken curry. Yeah?
Can you peel some potatoes and carrots, please?
Oh, that smells nice. Brad, you guys can't make too much noise.
Oh yeah, it's still school time.
Still school time, yeah. I told him not to make too much noise, and at least until after 1, because my next door neighbors might be doing their Zoom lesson too. They just make too much noise. Or maybe because we were hungry, Daddy. But we didn't have patience. We were not as patient.
What do you mean, man? We were patient, we waited.
So basically, what happened was we just got home from the bank. So we basically, my husband and I had to go there to verify our IDs. And when you go to the bank, you do have that first point of reference. So they'd ask you, as you walk in, they'd ask you what you need done. So I did say that exactly the way I just said it, that I'm there to confirm ID because I've opened an account online. So then this lady, this lady asked for my ID and made an appointment on their system, which I didn't know that you have to make an appointment for such things.
It's too heavy for you now.
Anyway, so she goes, oh, can we just have a seat? It'll be maybe about half an hour. So I go, okay. 45 minutes later, still not our turn. And then my husband went up to one of the guys and said, well, mate, how long until we will it's our turn? And then he asked again what we were there for, like what exactly we were going to get done. So I explained again. Again, I said we were there to verify IDs because I opened an account online.
Go get your,
It's that simple.
your
I
shoes,
don't know
the black
whether I'm
shoes.
not
Look.
saying it right or again, maybe they just don't know what they're doing.
No, no.
I'd like to think that it's my shortcomings. I'd like to because that's the only acceptable reason as to why that whole thing happened. And I would accept if it's my shortcomings. But anyway, so we.
You shoe black slippers.
So apparently you can actually do that on one of the customer service representatives on the window. So we went up. It was my turn. So I told the lady. So I told the lady what I
How about
wanted
the
to
yellow
get done,
one?
and prior to that, the guy that we was that we spoken to told her what was happening. But then I told her what we were there for again, just to make sure that just to make it clear. Anyway, so she did ask for the IDs. We gave it to her, confirmed a couple of information, and then she gave the IDs back, and she said, okay, all good, all done. And then I said, there's just something in me that wanted to ask if everything is okay, like if everything is good to go with the account that we were supposed to confirm. And then she goes, oh.
Hi, Josh.
And I'm like, I said, well, that's what we're there for. Like, I said, that's what we're here for, like to confirm our IDs for this account. So she literally looked at the system and opened that account and confirmed our IDs. And that whole process took 2 seconds. So that's what happened. So it's like, you know, apart from that, we were hungry. I didn't have breakfast. It was like 11 o'clock at this point, or 11, you know, it was 11:15 at this point. My husband hasn't had anything to eat because he had to get blood drawn early in the morning at St. George, and then so he hasn't had breakfast. Then he had to run a couple of more errands after that. So when he got home, I said, let's go to the bank and get that over and done with. And we were there for like an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 15 maybe. So apart from being hungry and them not knowing what to do, we were just starting to lose it. Anyways, Friday the 18th. That's what it is. Time check. It's 10 to 1 and the husband's still cooking. Ooh, chicken curry. And what's that? Is it almost done? Almost done. That looks like menudo but in a white sauce. I might be able to eat that. Curry smells nice. Cooking day for the husband.
Thank you for lunch there.
Thank you.
You know it's on video, right?
Mom, you edit that out, right? Mom, flip that there.
Now they can see how drunk you are. This is the real Gabriel. Can you? Oh, it's just Joshua.
I was tricking you, Mom.
Oh, you were tricking me. You did trick me because I thought you were bad.
I'm the trick master.
Oh, I think you'll be able to trick me. Put it on first. Put it on. Put it on. Quick. To put it back.
Mom,
Come, Joshua. Let's check it up, yeah? Okay.
What's in the chair? Chip here.
Come here, Dad. Come here and try it.
行，加一点点水焖一下。糖盐。小葱高一点，西瓜。一呀，过去。老大就是在上面，你看呢？
给我拿手机也可以，要的。
大的呢？刚刚入户。这不能慢点。
It's okay now.
So they need to wash their hands.
They don't need to wash their hands. They have gloves. See, their hands are white.
So after they eat, they're just gonna take off their gloves, and they don't need to wash their hands.
They need to know. No, they have got.
Yeah, they have gloves. That's what Daddy said.
Kissing Carol, Daddy first. Carol. I love you. Carol first.
Mama, are you tired?
Not anymore, Baba. Remember we took a nap?
Mama, I keep making that noise.
You are, but what are you trying to do, love?
I need to stand up this ocean
Yeah, but
because it's not standing.
it's not standing. It keeps falling down, does it?
Yeah.
Well, because it's hard, Baba. That one is hard. It's not standing up properly.
So, is it big?
Yeah,
Is
that's
it
big.
Mama?
Come here.
So, where could I find the teeny
All right.
one?
The teeny tiny one. I think it might be inside the room.
Mama, I found the teeny one.
Oh, did you? Come here.
The teeny Ultraman 7 is not standing.
It's not standing, no.
Maybe this will stand.
Maybe not on the table, Baba. You've got a cup there with water. You might spill it. Show me.
Is the disease
What,
of the
what are
unvaccinated.
these?
But with three
What are they
quarters
called?
Australian adults
I didn't know.
still
Oh, be
waiting
careful.
for a jab,
Dumbbells.
Kids
Dumbbell.
remain
All right. Show me how you use it.
Tiffany Genders.
Need a magic one.
Yeah.
The country's largest
You will
union
make sure the
has
toilet
declared
is
it
clean
might not be
and
necessary
tidy.
for struggling businesses to mandate
Mama,
vaccines.
mama,
Are they toys everywhere, people?
Today, the Prime
Francis,
Minister
go and help
had
out. Pack the boy,
rollout,
please.
but with Canberra joining the nation's lockdown list, it's hard to see the way out.
Day one of lockdown in the country.
And then you just gotta walk out.
Mine, mine.
Across southeast Queensland would immediately close.
I'm getting back on that shirt.
Dad, I got to do it again. I eat my dinner already.
I know that. Wait. Look. 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 The lid and your toy. You just left it there. Put it away now.
That is.
The yellow lid. In your bag. Batman toy. You have to pick it up first and put it backwards. No, the yellow lead there. And your Batman toy. Good job, man.
That was so good, guys. Oh my god, I miss oysters. I haven't had it for a while. It's one of my favorite things to have. But yesterday I asked my husband to go to a fishmonger right after work, and I didn't know that he was going to get this for me. I was so happy when I saw this in the bag. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish this, guys, and then I'm gonna call it the night. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will see you guys next week. Cheers. Bye.